As Matt just mentioned, we have a breaking news story to tell you about. Apparently, a plane has just crashed into the World Trade Center. We have very little information available at this point in time, but on the phone, we do have Jennifer Oberstein, who apparently witnessed this event.
I was on my way to work at the Ritz-Carlton Hotel in Battery Park. It hadn't opened yet. It was supposed to open October 9th of 2001. I came out of the Bowling Green subway station about 10 blocks south of the World Trade Center. And it really was a picture-perfect day. It was absolutely beautiful blue skies. And I'm a lifelong New Yorker, but I couldn't help but look up and just admire the Twin Towers. When I looked up, I saw a huge explosion. I thought it was a fireball from very high up on one of the towers. I was standing and I just feel like there aren't many people around, but I feel that I've seen that something has happened down here. And I know that I've never seen anything like this large ball of fire. I decided, you know what? I'm going to call where I used to work. I'm going to call NBC News.
Jennifer, can you hear me?
Hello?
Hi, Jennifer.
Hi, Katie.
I absolutely remember thinking to myself, knowing, having been in the news business, I'm speaking to possibly millions of people right now. Do not speculate. Do not guess. Be very clear of what you know and what you don't know.
It's quite terrifying. I'm in Battery Park right now, and you can hear the fire engines and the emergency crews behind me. And it is unbelievable. When the fire first burst, it was a flare like I've never seen before. And the pieces of the building were flying down. It looks like it's like the top, I can't even tell you, maybe 20 floors.
I was on the phone for a while, and the ground started to shake. I heard such a loud noise, and I look up and I see the belly of a 747 airplane above my head. I knew that this was on purpose.
Matt, I've never seen any, it looks like a movie. I saw a large plane, like a jet, immediately headed directly into the World Trade Center. It just flew into the other tower coming from south to north. I watched the plane fly into the World Trade Center.
It seemed almost all at once that we realized that we weren't just seeing debris falling anymore, but we were actually also seeing human beings falling to their death. Many of us decided if we can't help and we don't want to stay here. Some people got on boats to New Jersey. Some people walked up the west side. I lived on the east side, so I started walking with about four or five women towards the FDR Drive. We got to about South Street Seaport, and you can't see the skyline. All of a sudden, people started running towards us. We didn't know that the first tower was falling.
They really did it.
I know it's so hard to believe. When people today, you think about how connected you all are with your cell phones and smartphones and texting and all this, but we had no contact with the outside world. Our cell phones were not working. We didn't know if war had started. Basically looked like a biblical exodus of thousands and thousands of people walking over the Brooklyn Bridge. We walked and walked. Everyone at some point had left the group to head towards their homes. I was the last one, heading all the way uptown. It was about an 8-mile walk. When I got home, I started thinking, okay, now what? When I left the news business to go into public relations, I thought the only thing I'd miss was being the first to know things. And then here I was, the first to know on September 11th. Those days after 9/11, you could hear a pin drop. It really almost felt like sacrilege to to make a noise. And covering all the bus stops were photos of people who were missing. Have you seen this person? Have you seen this person? I'm lucky I survived. I'm lucky that I didn't know anyone that were victims, but it took me probably a few years to not have a little bit of trauma when I would hear planes close by. The hotel was supposed to open October 9th, 2001. We did open on January 29th, 2002. I felt extremely empowered to fight back by going to work every day in Lower Manhattan, bringing back tourists to New York City, making New York, New York again. It's honestly how I powered through. I also feel very strongly that these stories should be told. They should be told often. They should be documented. I will always mourn the victims, and I will always honor the heroes. But I can tell you that 20 years later, it will always be a very difficult day.